Hey, it's Allison, your literary Sherpa, and I have a question for you. Are you thinking about what happens after you're no longer teaching 3 classes every semester, or what life looks like when you're not running the counseling center? You still want to teach and you still want to see patients and you still love your work. Yes, we know that. But there's something stirring in you, like a quiet question of what's next or how can I do more? You've built this incredible body of work, decades of insight, and a track record that speaks for itself. But who does it speak to? Only the people who already know you. Maybe it's time to reach a broader audience. So many of the people I work with say, I feel a responsibility to share what I've already learned, my hard won lessons, my expertise. And how do you actually make that real? You know that more people in more places need you, need your insight. And that doesn't mean stop what you're doing and start doing something else. It means how do we create an on ramp for you? And how can you do that so that we're not talking about like jumping on a different horse in mid stride? 2026 is coming in hot. It's coming around the mountain. Today, we're not talking about resolutions because they don't work. We're talking about defining what you want to happen in 2026 and how to actually make that real. Write my book, grow my audience, get more speaking gigs, but which book and where is the audience and which actual speaking gigs? How many? And without structure behind them, they're just wishes and wishes and dreams. Instead of, I want to write my book, say, I'll have my book proposal finished by February 15th so that I can pitch agents and publishers on February 16th. Instead of grow my audience, say, I'll pitch 3 podcasts and 2 op-eds before April. Instead of get more speaking gigs, say, I'll build my speaker one sheet and reach out to 5 conferences by March 1st. See the difference? The goal worth having takes planning. If you want real momentum in 2026, it starts now. And it starts with a plan that's super specific. Here's what I see all the time, every year. Smart, accomplished people with incredible expertise who stop at the idea phase. They say, I want to pitch agents. I have this idea. Oh, it's not the right time because the holidays are so busy. I hear publishing shuts down during the holidays. Falsehood, just lies, not true. Publishing is a business. It never stops. Or they say, I'll apply next year because I missed the deadline. Well, first of all, you have to know when the deadline is to speak at the conference. But even so, you can attend the conference, make yourself known to the conference organizers, volunteer at the conference, and make that something that you work toward. Don't just wait. Take action now. If you want a literary agent by March 1st, we need to work on your book pitch now. If you want to be on a conference stage by summer, we need to work on your speaker reel and your one sheet now because it needs to be in motion. That's not something you're going to bang out in an afternoon. This isn't pressure. This is just reality. So I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm just saying this is a visibility gap. You have credibility. Of course you do. But not enough people know what you stand for yet. Yet. You're respected, but you're not recognized outside of your field, and you're trusted, but you're not sought after. And there's just a fine line, and we can get you over the line. When less qualified people, less qualified voices keep getting amplified, your impact stays smaller than it should be. And that doesn't feel right because it's not right. And it's not because your ideas aren't brilliant or your wisdom isn't evident to everyone around you, it's because your visibility hasn't caught up to your expertise. This is true whether you're writing memoir or writing a business book. You have expertise, whether through your lived experience or your work experience, you are an expert. It's time to expand, but also not to pile on too much. Everything needs to be smooth and breezy. And if it's not, we won't do it, right? We don't do things that are hard. Our human behavior has kept us alive for eons and eons because we do the thing that is easy. So everything I'm telling you is meant to be easy, and that's the name of the game. If this hits home, take this as your sign that 2026 is your year. It is your season of expansion. You can even make expansion your 2026 word if you're the type of person who likes a word to put a stake in the sand. That's your word. But it's not about starting over or stopping what you're already doing and then doing something else. This is about stepping forward and also making it easy, not reinventing. You just need an on-ramp, like a smart, strategic way to expand what you already know into new spaces because you're already credible in your field. It's just time to build visibility outside of it. And that means turning your professional experience into a book, or maybe it's sharing your research and insights with the media. We're talking about expansion. I outline key mindset and strategy changes in a guide I have. You can get it at lanelit.com/authority. My 7 shifts to build real authority guide. That way you can stop being the best kept secret and start being a go-to voice. We want you to be a public authority, not just the world's preeminent expert that we keep in the shadows. So let's talk about 3 shifts that matter most as you plan for 2026. Number 1, stop hiding behind your work. Yes, I know you're freaking busy, and I know you have all the credibility in the world, but your ideas cannot make an impact if nobody knows you. Visibility isn't vanity. You are of service. Shift number 2, build your message backbone. If you want to reach beyond your field, you have to translate your expertise. Ask yourself, what's the big takeaway that you want people to know, believe, or do? There are only 3 things that someone can do. They can know something, they can believe it and internalize it, or they can take action. And that's what makes your book or your talk or your media contribution resonate on a bigger scale. And third, the third shift to build real authority is to choose strengths-based visibility. Don't try and do everything. Everything sucks. Pick 2 or 3 activities that you enjoy, that fit your personality and your lifestyle. Maybe you want to attend events, or maybe you want to teach a virtual workshop. Maybe you're going to pitch podcasts or start your own podcast like I did. Consistency beats scattered effort every time. And things get scattered when you try and do too much. Many, many clients have said, well, shouldn't I be doing this thing that I saw somebody else who's launching their book? They did. Just because it's on the menu of possibilities doesn't mean you want to add it to your plate. 2 or 3 activities that you enjoy. That's what we stick with. So number 1, stop hiding behind your work. Number 2, build your message backbone. You have to know what good you put out in the world. And shift to number 3, choose tactics that are your strengths. Now let's get practical for a sec. If your goal is to find a literary agent and the right literary agent for you, your timeline looks like this. Polish your book pitch now. That does not mean write your whole effing manuscript. In nonfiction, books get sold on spec. with a book proposal, which is essentially a business plan for your book. So instead of writing 300 pages, you write 35 or 40. Then you reach out to the right agents and you have active conversations, certainly by spring. If your goal is to grow your audience, your focus should be refining your message for the audience you want. Update your digital presence. So if you want to speak to students in medical school, the administrators for a medical school are not thinking about you when they're scrolling on TikTok. They're on LinkedIn. And you have to be there consistently every month. Just show up as the genuine you that you are. When you approach 2026 with clarity, you stop waiting for recognition and you start creating opportunities. You don't need another year of waiting or when things aren't busy or when the kids are out of the house. You can start thinking about and taking action now. Baby steps are a nice on-ramp. You need a plan that matches your goal. And I work with people all the time to help them prep their book pitch, find the right agent and publisher, navigate the conversations that follow, and also to reposition themselves as very visible and expert outside of their field. If your 2026 goal is to expand your reach beyond your current title or institution or launch your book, I can help you do that with clarity and confidence. It is time to decide what you want to see. Not resolutions, but results. Because your work, your message, your words, they deserve to be visible. That means grab my free guide, 7 Shifts to Build Real Authority at lanelit.com/authority and make your goals happen before another year slips by. You can really do this. You can do it faster and easier and smoother than you ever thought possible. And it can happen for you. Well, thanks for listening to The Author's Edge. And if this episode hits home, I would love to hear what you need and what your goals are for 2026. DM me. I'm everywhere at Allison Lane Lit. I'm mostly on LinkedIn. Tell me what's the book you're going to write? What's the book you're going to launch? What speaking opportunity are you looking at? What's the name of your podcast that you want to start? Remember, clarity creates momentum, and momentum creates opportunity. And it's up to you to start that engine. I'll see you next time.